What's going on, family? You done clicked on the video. I know you with the vibes. So, today we got a wife that went to a podcast show, ran into her husband, but he with another woman. Let's get into it.
We got our first question to the mic. Okay, they hold hands. What the fuck happened? What's your name? What's your question?
Listen, my name is Miss Moody.
Hey, Miss Moody.
Hi, I'm nervous, but I do have support here. I've been in a relationship with my baby's father since I was 16 years old. We got married. We've been married for 5 years. He recently left me, and I just saw him here with his new girlfriend.
Okay, so he's here? Okay, so what's your question?
This is all fresh for me, so it's like...
Hold on.
Wait, hold on.
This is all new. This is all fresh for me.
You said what?
This is all new for me. Like
It's
this.
all
It's all new for you?
Yes.
So who you bring? Oh, you brought your girl, and you look cute? Okay, so why we give a fuck about what they're doing? You having fun?
I'm having fun.
Good.
Y'all look beautiful. I'm having a great time, but
Are y'all divorced?
not yet.
Oh, that's why you give a fuck. Okay, so you gotta say that. She didn't say that.
We have two children.
So y'all are separated. How long have you been separated?
Wouldn't it be fucked up?
6 months to 8 months.
What is it? It's fucked up, right? Wouldn't it be fucked up? It's his turn with the kids. Be like, I gotta work tonight.
And you find his ass here?
He had tonight's conversation and shit. All right, hold on. Before we go further. Hold on. Let's work this out.
What is there to
First
work
of all,
out though? I'm confused.
no.
I really am.
No. All right. True or false? Do you agree with dating while separated?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Let me clarify. He's been with the side chick for many years that he's denied. And it wasn't until recently that I found out. And now he's able to bring her out.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely not part of this organization I'm a part of. Black man don't cheat. We run a tight shift over here. But something not adding up to me. I feel like she trying to hold on to this marriage because clearly she understands the divorce. She found out that he been cheating for how many years now, and she still decides to air it out and show her emotions and feelings toward him being at the show. Yeah, man, I think she trying to hold on to that marriage, but she's still in her feelings.
This may be random, but I'm here to say that I do not like the term happy wife, happy life. You telling me only one motherfucker in a relationship can be happy? What?
She said, who made this term up? A woman, of course. But I feel like, I'm keeping it honest, dudes probably just say it or just let them have that term just because they feel like that's what they want to hear.
The only thing men really need to learn is that you will never be able to make a woman happy. You just can't. If you last too long, then that's too much. But if you last too little, then that's too little. If you want too much intimacy, then you're being pushy. If you don't want intimacy at all, then you're cheating. You can remember to take out the trash, but she's going to remember that you didn't do the dishes. You can give her child support and you can give her over that and pay all of the in-between. And it's never enough, but when you pay nothing, then you're a deadbeat and she's still not happy. You could plan the perfect date, but if you didn't spend enough, then it's still not good enough. But if you don't plan a date, then you're a loser that puts in no effort. Women who don't have boobs want boobs. Women who don't have ass want ass. Women who have too much ass want a smaller ass. If you text too much, then you're basically a simp. But if you text too little, then you're a loser who doesn't care. You could buy her exactly what she wants, but if it's the wrong color, then it's still not exactly what she wants. You could give her all of the affirmation and all of the emotional support, but she's always going to remember the one time that you didn't. If you work too much, then you're not spending enough time with her. But then if you cut your hours and you're home with her more often, but you're making less money, then you're broke and you're basically a loser. If you watch too much football or have a hobby with the guys, then you're not invested in her. But if you don't have any hobbies or any other interests other than her, then you're a simp. Until you understand this as a man, that it's not your job or your...
Hey, how the YN said, lock in, twin. Come on now, pick a side, pick a feeling, pick an emotion, and lock in. And then we can move forward to the next, cause golly. Hey man, hold on. If you ever looking for a place to come kick it, chill, be with the vibes, hit the subscribe button. And if you already subscribed, hit the like button. Let's get back into it.
Women with a large body count, that sperm stays with them. Every man that ever nutted in them is a part of them. It's found in their DNA, it's found in their brain, it's found in their cells.
Why women's body count matters biologically. I'm a neuroscientist. Let me explain. Studies show that women absorb and retain the DNA of every man they've been with via sperm. This foreign DNA has been found in the brain, organs, and reproductive system, but nobody talks about the consequences. And that DNA isn't just stored, it's used in creating future children. A woman's past men leave a permanent biological imprint. Ever wonder why some kids resemble an ex more than their father? This is usually why.
So this is why you can have a kid with a and the baby don't look nothing like you because of large body count. Some of the times it'll take on the attribute of one of them exes. So you're not fully responsible for this retarded ass kid because it's mixed up with a whole lot of different dicks.
All right. So with that being said, you can kind of understand why a lady would have so many mixed emotions, because she's dealing with a lot of people's DNAs. But I didn't know that it would carry over into the child as well. So not a child coming out crazy. And then also it might be a narrative to be like, well, dang, that's my baby daddy too. Hold on. I'm thinking too deep into this, y'all.
When a man wants to get married, he's only getting married truly for one reason. Because let me be honest with you women, the men can work and provide for themselves. He does not necessarily need you to cook, clean, and have sex, because he can get sex from multiple women. They're giving it out. A lot of them can cook and clean. Their mother taught them, or they can pay someone to get it. The culture is telling them, do not get married. So why would a man go past what the culture is telling him and choose to have a wife? Because with a wife, you can now have love, you can now have nurturing, you can have support, you can have affection. This is what he can't get from a roommate. So if that is not what you're leading with in your relationships with men, is love, support, nurturing, and respect, this is why your husband is now pulling away, because in the beginning you gave him those things. But as you got into the relationship, you got bitter, you got resentful, you start seeing his flaws, start counting that against him, you start measuring him against other men, and now you're pulling back on the love, the affection, and the nurturing.
Love, affection, and nurturing. Fellas, y'all put it in the comments. Is she missing anything?
Your man should be your best friend. Now hear me when I say this. You shouldn't be trying to look for a best friend in another man. I don't know why women do this. I would never understand it. But your man should be the person, your man should be the person you laugh with, kick it with, cry to, express yourself to. He should be your everything. You should not be trying to find comfort in another man. I really don't believe in talking to another man, texting another man, not when you got a man. If that's the case, you don't need to be with the man that you with. And it's a straight man that you entertaining, that straight man can want you too. Especially when he know what kind of woman you are. But what do I know?
Nah, you know something. Cause naturally, even a dude that don't have insecurities, you gonna wonder, like, damn, who that is? That's my replacement? Oh, that's just a substitute.
The 80-20 rule in marriage is why you cannot get me up off my husband. I'm sorry. So the rule says that the person you marry probably has 80% of everything you're desirous of. And that 20% is probably where they fall short. They have annoying habits. They may be forgetful. Whatever it is that grinds your gears about your partner. And so sometimes what we do is convince ourselves that the grass is greener, and we find someone to complement and to make up for that 20% that we feel as though our partner is lacking. In this process, what we fail to realize is that this person only has 20% of what we're desirous of. So now you have ultimately been tricked out of your spot because you went with 20% instead of highlighting and focusing on the 80% that your husband or that your partner actually possesses. And don't get me wrong, stick to your non-negotiables, but the 20% is almost inevitable because us humans are imperfect. So there's gonna be something that's not your favorite trait or your favorite habit. And God willing, if it's impacting your marriage in a negative way, it can be altered. But I know for a fact that 20% is never worth it. But me and my husband, I'm holding on for dear life to that 80%. I don't play. I gets down. I'm going to war behind mine. Do you hear me? I'm going to war behind my 80%. I do not play. I be doggone if the devil tricks me out of my 80% chasing 20. Because like I said, he ain't perfect, but he's perfect for me. Thank you.
80-20 rule. You know what? I like her message. I can get down with that, but that just made me reflect on my relationship. I'm down there perfect. I'm probably like 90-10. Probably 95-5. Yeah, I'm like that.
So how about I'm in the store and this nigga trying to talk to me. He asked me if I have a man, so I lie and say yes. How about he say as you should? But I really don't. So what do that mean? Fuck.
Look at you being toxic. You done tricked your own self out of possibly having a good man.
Story time. I always make sure my husband land on his feet when I go through some shit. Every single time I've been through some shit, I made sure my husband landed on his feet. I lost my job back in 2010, I think, 2011. And I was like, we got 5 kids. I can't just be another stress for him. I gotta figure this shit out. So you know what I started doing? I started selling $10 plates out my house. That shit blew the fuck up to where we lasted. I told him, I said, quit your job. Come on, I need some help. That shit had us in all type of celebrity events. We did some of every fucking thing. Mind you, we are still doing it 12, 13 years later, raised 5 kids in it, never struggled. We had the cars, the clothes, we was on the trips, we was doing everything. We made good money. Okay? I got tired of doing that. I got burnt out because I was always on go. It was a lot of people that was in my face, that was just in my face because of who I was. I was pretending to be somebody else. I had a fucking breakdown to the point where I moved to a whole nother state. Okay? My husband ain't never lived outside of Miami-Dade. He never lived nowhere else. My man said, you know what? I'm going to take a chance on my wife again and I'm going to move with her. Baby, Tayon got that man a van, 2 vans, and helped him start a medical courier service. I got me a little job because he told me, he said, you ain't got to work, just chill. He said, but our extra money, we're going to do this, that, and the third with it. And I know my habits. So I got me a little job so that I can continue my habits and not interfere with the plans that he had for us. Because, baby, but my little job I work, he makes that. My paycheck I make, he makes that in a week. Every time I went through some shit, I made sure my husband landed on his motherfucking feet. I'm that type of wife.
Oh, yeah. I love this message. I support that. See, and I'm the type of person, if I receive this type of love, oh, trust me, when an opportunity presents itself, I'm going to give it to you back 10 times more.
I have 2 psychology degrees, so my level of communication is different than yours.
2 psychology degrees? So any person you deal with, you automatically like...
I'm reading you.
In the head.
Yeah, I'm reading you.
You think you good at that though?
For sure. I know what kind of childhood you have by things you do. Everything you do today, right now, stems from your childhood.
How? Like,
there's little things like you don't realize. Like there's a way you interacted when you were little. You were molded to think this way or to act this way or to react this way.
What made you get into that?
Because I was so fucked up and I needed to fix myself.
So did you feel like it worked?
I feel like it worked in a sense, but it made me worse too. Like I'm super manipulative now. And then
because you know how to...
I know, yeah. See? I'm super manipulative, and also like I make excuses for people. Like, well, you act like this because of this, or this happened to you, and da-da-da. And like the reality, the fact of the matter is like it don't matter nothing. You feel me? Like you an adult and you know what the fuck is right and wrong. You know, it doesn't matter what happened to you. You choosing to do wrong.
I might be wrong, but I don't think the 2 psychology degrees was worth it. From what I'm reading, manipulating people, still making up excuses. Like throughout your courses, y'all didn't learn accountability.
If you have a woman that apologizes when she's wrong, takes accountability, still wants to work on things, even when y'all are having an argument or disagreement, and doesn't play the blame game and point the finger at and say it's you, then you win. Like, it takes 2 people to make a relationship work. You're not in a relationship by yourself, but you also have to do your part as well, no matter who is wrong, who is right. Because we are too grown to be mad, waiting on an apology. Let's sit down, let's figure out where we went wrong, let's get through it, and let's go about our day. But only a grown woman knows about accountability. Only a grown woman knows to apologize when she's wrong. And when she's not wrong, let's still talk about it. Let's get through it and go about our day. Until you get on that level, sit your ass down and go be with a queen. Stop wasting these men's time.
Look at accountability. I don't think it took her 2 psychology degrees to figure that out.
Something about living in Portland, Jamaica, getting my fresh jelly waters on the daily for $1 per jelly is so invigorating. So good. This Risings, I am cutting open 1 jelly coconut. But first, I have to put on something to protect myself because y'all know how many outfits, clothing, garments I've mashed up because when I realize the coconut them stain. Cha, give thanks and praise. This one is sweet. Watch out. This one is so nice. It's just some of the little perks, the little simple things in life that I have to be grateful for. And it could just be as simple as having the H302 to start my risings off with and the accessibility living in the country that otherwise I would not have the resource of having coconut jelly delivered to my front doorstep every single week. So good.
Fellas, I know a lot of y'all fell in love. Just her femininity, it just look like something you can just bathe in. But do not get on her bad side. Cause the way she worked that machete, the way she cut that coconut, imagine that being your head.